Welcome to Vintage Coin Op Restorations and our latest project. This is a 1946 Chicago coin goalie hockey machine. This is a complete ground up restoration. Needless to say, when we get these machines, they are in really bad shape, and this one was not only cosmetically in bad shape, we ended up spending probably 2 to 3 times the amount of time electrically to figure this machine out. I can never understand why people start manipulating things in this machine, but basically the reason is an operator, they don't want this machine down. The machine needs to be working all the time. So if something isn't working correctly, or a feature of the machine, well, let's skip the feature and make it work without the feature. People won't know the difference. And most of the time they didn't. But I am familiar with the machine, and when we hooked this thing up, I expected to see some signs of life, and there were none. I can go on and on with the different things we did to it, but one of the biggest problems we had was that when they're set for 1 and 2 players, and this machine was missing the parts for the single player, and someone went down in there and literally cut all our wires. And if you look really close, you can see yeah, there's that one with the little blue tape. I didn't want to take my tape. Those are all my numbers out of the 18 wires, and we had to make a new plug, Jones plug there. And after about 7 or 8 hours, we finally figured out where each and every one goes. But let's do a quick look on the play field. This is where, not the play field, but the mechanic board. In the rear there, you have your left and right scoring units. The next one would be your step-up unit, and that is contact every time a ball comes through. It steps up to, I believe it's 9, 11, and 16 or 19 balls. You have a way to adjust it, and that's what you have right there. The center we have set for 15 as per our glass on the machine, but you can increase it and decrease it by a couple. The next one is your coin mechanism, your coin up relay, and then you have your various relays that make different things work on the machine. Let's take a quick look on the inside here. There on the bottom there are the feet for the machine. We didn't put them on, just don't want them scratched up, so they're just sitting there for when we deliver this machine. Up on top here is your actual coin mechanism. When you push in your coin mech, it pushes that bar, sets a timer, resets the machine, and at this point pushes those 2 bars in there. The 2 bars on the far right are your single and 2 player machine. When both of them are pushed in, it's single player, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to turn on the machine, and if it's just one person playing, the machine will stay at that point. But we have it set that if 2 people play, you just press the center button and it will pop that relay out. That's why you see that one on the, let's say, the far right popped out, and that will make it 2 players. On the bottom here, you have your motors. And again, these were all locked up, so we had extensive work to get these motors working. And this whole mechanism was completely shot. Transformer, motor, all of it was not working. But fortunately, every so often you get lucky, and I was looking for a motor and looked on YouTube, not YouTube, but eBay, and put in Goalee. I think this is called a ball counter motor, and sure enough, they had one. Someone had one up for sale. So needless to say, we bought it. There it is, and we're happy we had that. Otherwise, we'd have to have it sent out to have that motor rebuilt. These motors, if you're familiar with them, are sealed. As far as I know, you cannot open these things up. I've tried, and when I tried to open them up, I just ended up destroying it. But the gear itself probably wasn't the issue, but they do get gummed up, and the grease in there just turns into hard rock. So that's the first problem, and then itself the motor and the coils just end up getting cooked, and that just locks up the motor. Well, here on top of the play field, we're still waiting to get our handles back, but as you can see, we did get some chrome back, and we do have all the new glass in the machine. It's kind of awkward right now because we have the machine set up right now, but I'm going to show you really quick to see what exactly happens. So you walk up to your machine and you're going to put a nickel inside it, and we have it right now set that for 1 nickel you could either play by yourself, which is automatically, which starts the game, or if you can have 2 people play, you press the button and then it allows 2 people to play, and I'll show you what I mean. So right now we have it set for money, but we also have it set for free play. So I'm going to push in our coin, and I want to show you exactly what happens. And what's going on now, we have it the first time you put your nickel in, you have single player, and there's a little machine in there that makes it go left, right. So it's just like an opponent would be playing, and that's controlled right here with this relay. And if you're looking here, you see that the balls, if I had some balls in there, they would be shooting out. And they would shoot out only to the right. Okay? See, there's 2 holes, so the first ball would come, and if it were to get in that hole, boom, it would push it off to the right. And it would actually, because this is on the right side, what you would be maneuvering. So that's that. Now, if you want to play with 2 people, press your button. Now what that does, that just cuts off the power to the automatic, and now you can play. Well, my time is up right now. Here, I'll do it one more time. 2 people. Now, as you can see, the handle would be there. So and your second person would work on top there. What I'm doing is I was just pushing the contacts, that just like the handle would be doing if it were there right now. So that's a little sneak peek into Chicago Coin Goalee. As you can see, this deck here is absolutely spotless. We take a lot of pride in our machines. We take a lot of time to do this. Typically, this is what they look like. We have one set up here on top of our shop table. Basically, because I know this one works, we had to have another one just to go over and double check and triple check to make sure some of these things were working the same. And even though they are exactly the same machine, somewhere down the line somebody adds things like you'll see this little coil here. Not exactly sure what it does, but the game works with it there, and I'm not going to mess with it right now. But in the other one, that is not in there. It's working correctly. And here's that motor that we were talking about that's completely fried, and the gear mechanism, which just ends up, it's a little piece of metal that's supposed to spin, but this thing was completely cooked. And again, that feature that we saw in the robot that makes it go left and right, well, here someone eliminated that. That coil must have burned up somewhere down the line. So if you can look, you'll see these red and green wires, and then you'll see some electric tape. All these wires were never red or green. They were pretty much all black, especially on these square motors. And here you go, showing one that works. And they are heavily oiled, like they would be over the years, and they would not be as clean as something like this. So you got people getting into these machines, and not that this is an amateur, but this is someone who knew the machine, going, you know what, let's just make it go left instead of going back and forth because that coil is burned out. They bypass it, but when you're restoring it, it's hard to tell some of these, some of the the techs were so good that they're soldering joints, and they've done them so many years ago that it's hard to tell if it belongs there or not. So I'm sure you guys all have problems from time to time. If you got any questions about Chicago Clean Goalee, please feel free to give us a call. If you need one, we have several in stock right now. Unrestored, we only sell them restored, so we'll just wait for a client, and we usually, we're about a year out if you're looking for one of these. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. Our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. One last thing, as you look at the play field here, you see these men. We do have these decals available also. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our videos.